Hello, and welcome to Stellaris. Now this is a wonderful game from Paradox where you get to play your own space empire. And today, I'm going to create a new game. I have all the expansions. I haven't put any mods or turned them on just yet, but I might be doing that for later gameplay videos. So, as you could see here, there's some pre-existing species here that you could play as. But instead, for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and create a new game. And I'm going to just start off with coming over here to the government and ethics, and then pick my appearance later. Now, Stellaris has this interesting dynamic as far as its ethics is concerned. There's been a meme going around with the 4 squares and which dot are you within the 4 squares. But I find Stellaris' circle to be a little bit more easier to understand, perhaps. So, I'm going to start with the top with militarist, with regular and extreme, making it okay and exceptional to use your military. And then xenophobe, which is in both varieties, regular, extreme, and they both have benefits that are more towards your species versus being able to mingle with other species. And then you have egalitarian with 2 varieties as well. Both of them influence how much your factions give for their bonus and the specialist pop output. This one here is definitely one of the beginner-friendly ones, with materialist, giving you bonuses for robot upkeep and the most powerful ability in Stellaris, an increase in your research speed. Definitely noob-friendly and highly recommended if it's your first time playing this game. And then we have pacifist, with bonuses that reduce your empire sprawl from pops and an increase in stability, directly resulting in higher happiness and better output overall. Only problem is it's not really easy to declare an outright war against your opponents. And then we have the xenophile, which is people who like to be introduced with others, opposite of the xenophobic. Also comes in 2 varieties, really good for trade empires that want to have an increase in trade value, as well as an increase in envoys. Quite powerful in the new environment with federations. Then we have authoritarian, which increases your influence and the resources you get from your workers, forcing them to work harder, longer, and without any of the freedoms that they rightly do not deserve, as you are their leader and forcing them to do things. Good if you're wanting to have a good output of basic resources. And finally, we have spiritualist, which is opposite of materialist. It increases your unity, which is used to purchase traditions, and also reduces the edict cost. Quite powerful. It also has some really good gameplay advantages for later game, when you can use your psychic energy to search into something called the void, I believe. So here, I did the math on how many combinations, and there's a total of 93 combinations. So for this one, we're going to play funsies. I'm going to go over here to spiritualist and fanatic authoritarian. I'm going to get some slaves in our empire. I'm going to be imperial. I think there's the priest one, which is right here, which requires me to have oligarchic or dictatorial, which gives me high priests instead. Which if I want to switch it from imperial to that, that'd be fantastic. But I'm not going to do that. Instead, let's go with the slave one first. Here, slaver guilds automatically enslaves 40% of your own population. So this is fantastic. And then we got a second one to pick. Really, functional architecture is pretty good. Yeah, I think I'll just be lazy and go with the functional architecture. Because it doesn't have to be fancy. Authoritarian. So we're going to go back to here. On appearance. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Reptilian because, I mean, we're ruthless slaver guild. Let's go with those guys. Just randomize this one. That's fantastic. Liz. Just make it Liz here. Go down to Reptilian. Next, traits. So I am spiritualist, but I don't have a lot of points in unity increasing by just 10% here, but I don't have anything else that increases my unity. I'm pretty mostly geared towards my worker capabilities. We will go ahead and go with rapid breeders. Communal's pretty strong, and then I'm gonna get a disability. So we're gonna go with decadent and make my workers and slaves even unhappier. Like, you guys do all the work because you're underneath us, and we're gonna just sit here and relax. Alright, and we're lizards, so we're gonna go with the dry. Desert? Sure, desert world. We're on the yawn. Oh yeah. The reptilian. Let's just be generic. This one's the most common. Just gives you 4 extra parts of populations and 2 districts. If we were playing some other species, I'd probably go with Mechanist because this is also a fun playthrough. This one's so interesting too. I like those 3. The others are kind of challenging. Some of them don't give a decent bonus, like Galactic Doorstep just gives you a gateway, and you can just build your own late game. But Prosperous Unification does give you a bonus on your beginning planet as well, so kind of gets interesting as you go along. We're the Killer and Holy Order. Yeah. Flag. I wish there was a randomized feature here in the flag so I could just randomly pick one. Let's go. Legions are always pretty cool. I'm going to be an Evil Empire, might as well pick red for the primary. Some other evil looking color. Yeah, that works for me. Maybe go with a line in the middle instead. There we go. That works. And reptilian? Male? Sure. Yeah. Pick the room. Go with the one with the candles because it's most spiritual looking. And done. Go down here. Turn iron mode on. There we go. Now I always play in the large spiral here. I always find the 2 arms being useful just to make things a little difficult. And somewhat defensive as well. I'm going to leave it on Captain because I'm a scrub, a noob. Okay, now we're in our first empire, and we get to pick our science. When you get a card like this, I always like to boost my research of the specific science I'm going for, if possible. Here, I have a pick of 3. This one increases my unity. That just means I'll get my abilities sooner. That one's not so bad to pick first. And then, oh, better research. Okay, so those 3 are good. Next thing to do is grab your science vessel, zoom out, kind of tell where you're at. On spiral, going this direction, there'll probably be crossings between here and there. This one goes out this way, and this one goes this way. So I'm going to go ahead and survey. It doesn't look like this comes from here. Be interesting to figure out what's over there. So let's survey there first. then minerals is always a good first thing to mine, and there's 2 minerals in the system. So I'll go ahead and build a mining station there. And now to take a look at the Empire capital. You always begin to start unless you are a megacorp, which usually gives you a commercial hub. And then of course, prosperous unification bonus on your original planet if you pick this ability. Gives you a bonus on happiness, amenities, and resources. So this is, being the standards, pretty nice. Straight flat bonus to your system. And of course, most of my population is slaves. And just leave it sit there on fast. Oh, look, new hair. So next turn, I'm going to get 200 gold. So I'm going to go ahead and build a science ship. This usually costs more. So I get a minus 10% because I am an empire. That's pretty good. It's normally, slow this down so I can get in here. It's normally 100, but the nice 20% bonus is pretty good. Already have my sun ship. Going to recruit. Ooh, 100 gold. Don't mind if I do. I'll go this way. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut it for this video, and I'll post more videos about this on later dates. Thank you for watching.